Hey guys, it's the Ecom King here, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a completely free Shopify dropshipping course for Q4 2021. Now there's a very special thing about today's course. It's going to be the exact case study and blueprint that we took last year with a beginner. It's taken from zero to over $200,000 during Q4, and during this video I'm going to be giving you absolutely everything that we did. I'm going to be showing you the website, how we private labeled it, what suppliers we used, what websites we used, all the ads managers and ad sets, all the ads, the email marketing, the SMS. As you guys can tell, absolutely everything you're going to be able to see in today's video. Now this is probably going to be one of the best videos you can watch online to start an e-commerce business or a dropshipping business during Q4. Now Q4 is basically from October till December, and it's the best time to start a business during that time because you've got things like New Year, you've got things like Christmas, Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Now the reason why I feel like this is one of the best videos that you can watch this year to learn Q4 dropshipping or e-commerce is because it's the exact strategy that we're using again this year, and it's proven to work because it worked for a brand new beginner last year and he was part of the mentorship. Now if you want to learn anything about the mentorship, I'll leave all the details in the description below and in the pinned comment. Now as this is a free Shopify dropshipping course, I have created a free Google Doc slide that you can help follow you along with this video, and if you want to obtain that free Google Doc slide, let's make sure we smash 5,000 likes on this video. Now let me start off by showing you guys all the proof with this case study. So as you guys can see, I'm in the Shopify dashboard, and as you guys can see in the top left, the brand name has been revealed in this video and it hasn't been hidden as promised. And as you guys can see, from the 1st of October 2020 from the 31st of January, we achieved over $177,000. Now this store did achieve around about $234,000 in total. Now the reason why I'm showing you till the 31st of January is because we did some very effective New Year marketing that not a lot of other creators tell you about, and I want to show you in this course as well. So if I reload the page, you're going to be able to see that none of the results actually change. So let me quickly reload this page, and you guys can see once it's reloaded, all the stats will stay the same. Now just to show you that this was a Q4 case study, I'm going to be showing you last year's sales, and you guys can see throughout Q1 to Q3 nothing happened, and then during Q4 you can see that massive surge in volume, which is absolutely amazing. So let's start this free Shopify dropshipping course and let's go over how we actually found the product, and these are the Google slides that I promise will be in the description once we hit 5,000 likes. So we first off by finding the biggest competitor in the game that was selling our product, which was Neckolodge.com, and I'll be showing you all this a little bit later on. And how we actually found this brand was by using ad spy tools, and the one we used is Peakster. Now there are loads of other ad spy tools out there, and I'll be showing you that one that we use a little bit later on. Now we checked the product volume with this tool right here, which is Seller Plus, and this is an amazing tool that nobody talks about on YouTube, and I'll be showing you this again a little bit later on. Now we asked the supplier on Alibaba if he had any newer version of the product, and we got lucky because he actually did have a newer version of the product, and this is something that I talk about in every single video I make. Always look to sell the newer version of any product. Now something that I haven't talked about before is the Alibaba strategy, which I'll be going over a little bit later. Now we got lucky because the cost of goods is $24 with shipping to the US, which is absolutely amazing. We ordered the product at home and paid $50 for DHL shipping and tested it. So basically what we did is we ordered the product and we got it sent to ourselves because we wanted to test the product to see if it was actually good, and we wanted to learn how the product worked so we can best sell it. And that's something that not a lot of people do. They won't test the product themselves to understand exactly how it works and what are the best ways to advertise. Now the product worked well, and we decided to present it to Tyrell. So Tyrell was actually the mentor that taught Vedank, so he was his personal mentor. Now Tyrell was my student and I taught him, and then he taught Vedank. Now again, if you want to apply for the mentor, and there will be a link in the description so you can apply for it. Even if it was saturated, we decided to give it a go, and this product was actually saturated, and it was in loads of my videos that I've made before about which products to sell. So when you guys see the product, you're going to laugh because I've talked about it time and time again. Set up the store with GemPages. Now GemPages was like a store builder, and it was an amazing one. When you see the website, everybody's gonna be like, wow, how did you build it? We did use GemPages, but unfortunately that's not available anymore, but I will be making a video soon about how we made the store. Ordered the ads from Fiverr and we launched it. So basically we ordered some ads on Fiverr to get them quickly made, and I'll leave a link in the description to some people that you can use if you do want to use other people than yourself. So this is the ad spy tool that we use, which is Peakster, and it shows you loads of different ads that are currently doing well on Facebook. And again, you can use any ad spy tool, it's completely up to you, but this is our preferred one, and there is a 2-day free trial to this in the description. Now once we found the product that we saw that was really doing well, which was this product right here, which is the neck massager, and I'm sure you guys have seen this in my videos before. This was the biggest brand selling it, and as you guys can see, they are doing an amazing job of selling this product. Look at how professional this thing looks. This thing looks insane, and as you guys can see here, they've really built a solid solid brand about this, and it just looks absolutely amazing. And when we saw them with this website, we thought to ourselves, look, to build a website like this and create the ads that they've created for it, they must be making some serious money with this product. So that's why once we saw this website, we thought, wow, we're going to try and make our website just as good as this website, and we're going to go all in the same way they did, because as you guys can see, they're doing absolutely amazing with it. And then what we did is when we found the product on AliExpress, we used this tool here, which is called Seller Pulse, which is amazing. It is a free tool, and I'm using the free version right here. And when you look for the product on AliExpress, you can import the product from AliExpress. You can go to view product trend, and when you go to view product trend, you can look at the price, the feedback, the orders, and you guys can see here it shows you the daily order amount on the graph here, which is absolutely amazing. And it will also show you the data as well instead. So instead of graph chart, it will show you the data. Now this thing is crazy good because you can look at the quantity as well. So this is just something that not many people are talking about on YouTube that I think is just an amazing tool, and it's completely free, what I'm using. And they also give you the product page. They also give you the buyers countries as well. So if you click this, it will show you where people are buying it from, which is amazing as well. And it gives you loads of other information. But as soon as we saw the product trend and we saw it was trending really nicely during that time, we thought, you know what, we've got to jump on this product before it gets a little bit too saturated. So as I explained in the slide, that we went to Alibaba to find the manufacturer, and as you guys can see, we searched for it. Now the important thing is you want to find the manufacturer of the product, and you can only find them really on Alibaba. And what you want to do is you want to scroll down and you want to go to where it says company profile, and you can see here business type, and you want to make sure the business type says manufacturer. Now let me show you another person on Alibaba selling it. If we go to their company profile, it says that the manufacturer and the trading company. Now the trading company are the people that are the middle people. So after they go from the manufacturer, they go to the trading company. Now that means that they have no decision making on the product. So if you go straight to the manufacturer, it means that you can ask them if they have a newer version of the product, because they actually make the products. And then you can ask them if they have a newer version or if they're planning to launch a newer version. And you can negotiate on the price as well, which is absolutely amazing. So make sure you look for that as well. And then what we did is we contacted the supplier, asking them if they had a newer version, which they did, and then we arranged to work with them. So just a quick tip on how you guys can find similar products that do really, really well during Q4 is what you want to do is you want to go to your ad spider tool, whichever one you're using, and you want to filter it by either the months of September, October, November, or December, because any products that are selling well during this period of time are the ones that will do well for Christmas. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because if products are doing well during any of these months, it basically means that people are willing to buy them for some reason for Q4, whether it be Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Christmas, or New Year. So that just means that they have one of those validations that people want to buy them for those important times of the month. So if I change it to October, you guys can see that it might be a few Halloween products, but genuinely, you guys can see these are great Christmas products. You guys can see here, this is a great Christmas product to give somebody. You guys can see this is a Christmas product right there. You can also see that these are beauty products and beauty, technology, kids' toys. You can see all these types of products. You can see they're specially done for Christmas because they're great presents to give to people. So that's just a tip that we did, guys. Now, you don't want to overlook it. You just want to make sure that the product's good quality. You want to make sure that there's a real reason for people to want to buy it. And as long as it meets those criteria, try and find a newer version of it. Try and get a good relationship with the Alibaba manufacturer, and try and get down to ordering it and testing it yourself. Now, I want to quickly show you the website that we created. And as you guys can see here, this is the logo, and you can see that the logo represents the product. Now, the product is to massage your neck, to relax you, to get rid of any tension, and it's technically like a therapy or health product. And you guys can see that we've incorporated that within the logo and the colors of the brand. You can see we're using those blues, those whites, and they're very what we call pharmaceutical or health. Those are the colors that people think about when they think of these types of products. And you can see we've got the AIDS symbol right here, so it fits really nice. And you can see the logo is nothing crazy, but it just fits the product that we're selling. And you can see here we've got flash sale, shipping worldwide, home, buy it now, about us, contact, FAQ, track your order. And then you can see here it says discover the smartest clinical neck device, shop now, our customers love us. And you guys can see there's a photo here of a customer wearing it, and it actually has our branding on there as well, which is absolutely amazing. I'll be talking about this a little bit later on. And you guys can see free ebook included. So we actually gave away a free ebook with the product, because that's another incentive that other people are not willing to do that will make them come to you. So the competitor that was selling this product, the main competitor that I was showing you before, they weren't giving away an ebook. So that gives us a leverage over them to make us do better. Now, the funny thing is, I actually made a video about this in June. You can see the 22nd 6th of June, I actually made a video about the future of Shopify dropshipping, and it's the exact formula that we ended up using within this store about 3 months later. And you can see here, I talk about giving people a free ebook. So guys, when I make these videos, please take them seriously, because I do everything that I preach and it ends up working pretty well for us. So there you go, guys. I literally said it publicly, so I don't want to hear nobody hating in the comment section. So if we go back to the actual store itself, you can see here we go over the main pain points, and you guys can see that we're talking from a scientific point of view, and you've got to really understand that your product, what type of product is it? Is it a scientific product? Is it a problem-solving product? And if that's the case, you really want to talk about those features. You can see we're selling it for $89.99, and we were getting it for $24 plus shipping. And then you guys can see we've got this pulsating image there, and the reason why you want pulsating images is because it's going to help people get engaged with your website and want to read it. And you can see here portable, ergonomic, and we go over the main features with short descriptions, and then we've got some more trust badges, and then we've got this really nice image that works with the scroll, and you can see here it says discover the clinical device, and it says watch video. So we actually have a video showing them how the product works. It's all within the one part of the website where they're going to get all the information they want. Then we have some case studies here. You can see some reviews, and one of them is actually a video of a woman actually showing her results, which is amazing. And then you can see here, not satisfied, money back guarantee. And this is something that you really want to offer during Q4, a money back guarantee, and a very strong one, because that way people are going to really be happy to buy. And then you can see here we've had some of the reviews, and these are actually genuinely real people. All these reviews here are actually real people. And then you can see here the tips and tricks. So we actually made a blog talking about tips and tricks to help you with any neck pain without buying the products. We're giving away free value without actually selling them anything, and that way they're going to trust us because they're going to see us as an expert talking from this. So if you got a problem that solves a problem solving, don't talk about how the product can solve it. Talk about things they can do for free that can solve it, and then it builds you as a trust and authority. And you can see we've got an email and a phone number, which builds up really good trust and transparency. Now, if I show you the actual product page quickly, and you can see here we've got exclusive sale, and we've got those bullet points again, no long descriptions, just nice and simple. And you guys can see we put the free ebook included value of almost $20. And then we've got the upsells, the duo bundle, and this is what really helped us make a lot of money, which was doing bundle upsells. And then we've got the 14 days money back guarantee, and then we've got the videos, which looks absolutely amazing. And then guys, when you're looking at this website, you've got to really ask yourselves, would you buy from this website? And the funny thing is, when I looked at this website, I would buy from this website, you know, and even though it's our website, we would still buy from it. And that's how you want to be. You want to look at your website and think, damn, I would buy from this website, even if it's your own website. And you can see here, guys, it is done to perfection, and you guys are more than welcome to look at this and use this as a framework to build your own website. And if you want to see a video on how we build a website like this, make sure you let me know in the comment section, and it will be coming very, very soon. And yeah, guys, it's one of those websites that just has done really, really well. Now let's talk about the apps that we had installed on the website. So we had CJ Dropshipping as basically the company that we used to test the product. So when we were testing it to see if it would actually work on the mass, we were using CJ to dropship it, and then after we got the proof of concept, we started to buy it in bulk and store it using 3PL fulfillment, which is absolutely amazing. And then as you guys can see here, we have Klaviyo, SMS Bump, Tidal Live Chat, Tracksure. Now Tracksure is something that we don't really talk about much, and this is very important because we actually had PayPal issues. So we actually had people issues with PayPal where they were holding a lot of the money, which was messing up our cash flow. And Tracksure was really helpful for that, because what it does is it actually automatically uploads and updates the tracking numbers, so you don't have to spend time doing that manually, which is absolutely amazing. Now, some of these apps like SMS and Klaviyo, I will be talking about these later on. As you can see here, I've got them opened up, so don't worry about that. But these are the main bulk ones, and I talk about these apps in loads of my other videos, so I won't be talking about small apps like Tidal, because we've talked about that in loads of other videos. But the ones for SMS and Klaviyo I will be talking about, because we did something very special with those that worked very, very effective. So guys, let's talk about the Facebook ad strategy, because Facebook ads was the main part of our marketing that worked very, very effectively, and we do plan on using Facebook again this year. And this is the structure that we did, and this is the e-commerce mentoring strategy. This is what we teach. This is the ABO structure. Now ABO stands for ad set budget optimization. We did 5 ad sets, top 5 meaning the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, at $15 per ad set, 3 ads per ad set. Now the reason why we were using $15 $15 per ad set was because we were selling what we call a high ticket product. And if you don't spend enough, you're not going to get a quality traffic, and then that way they're not going to convert. So I'd always test your budgets between if you're selling high ticket. Now, I do recommend that if you are doing Q4 dropshipping, and that's the point here, you want to be selling products that are high ticket, and you're making around about $30 in profit. So that's something that's very important. Now, in terms of the spending, you want to range between 10 and 20, you know, you want to test 10, 15 and 20, see which works best for you. Now, 3 ads per ad set, meaning we had 3 different ads under one ad set, which is very powerful because then you can work out which works the best. Now, we ran them for 3 days. We got very good CTR, which is click-through rate on the one ad, and that way we worked out which ad performed the best. Few add to carts, but no sales. We were selling it for $69.99, and our margin was $46, which gives us enough room to basically test with and spend budget on. Now, with phase 2, we took our best ads post ID, so the best ad that worked out of these 3 ones. We took the post ID and we used it for all of the other ads. We launched an engagement ad on this post ID to stack engagement and increase the quality score. Now, when you're doing your ad tests, where you're basically testing loads of different ads, and for those that don't know what ads are, those are the actual visual thing that the people are seeing when they look on Facebook, and I'll show you this a little bit later. Now, if you don't understand Facebook ads, make sure you go and watch my ad tutorial free course, because then this will make more sense for you. So please go and do that. It will be in the card and it will be in the description. Now, the reason why we took the best ad and we ran engagement is because if you've got a really good ad that performs well without you even doing any post engagement on it, then you want to make that basically a steroid ad. And how you do that is by giving it really good engagement, likes, comments, and then that way when you run it as your main ad to actually get purchases for, it's going to look a lot more trustworthy. I hope that makes sense. Now, you can see here, change the product name and ordered some mock-ups. So we actually changed the name of the product and we ordered some mock-ups of it. Now, we created an ABO campaign with new interest, 5 ad sets, 1 ad per ad set. So what we did here is we wanted to try some new audiences out, because again, you always want to try and see which audiences by interest will work the best. And every product has around 20 to 60 interests. So you want to make sure you test them all to see which works the best. And again, this one ad was the one that performed really, really well from this engagement post. Now, we did it at $10 per ad set and we got 4 profitable sales, which is very, very important. Now, let's talk about phase 3, which is a single CBO campaign with our best interest at €100 a day. So basically, we moved on to CBO, and we like to use CBO to scale with because we just find it works way better in CBO's campaign budget optimization. And when you're working with CBOs, you want to have them at around about $100 or €100, because if it isn't at that budget, they tend not to work very well. And yes, that budget is quite a lot, but when you're scaling, it's not that much money, because when you're making quite a lot of money, it's not a lot of money. Now, trying some other interests in the background at $5 a day still with the same ad. So although you're scaling, guys, you still want to be in the background testing new things. A lot of people, when they scale, they get lost in the scaling and they only focus on the scaling. They don't think about the testing and they forget about testing. And when you forget about testing, that's when you tend to die out, because you're not working on new things that you can potentially scale a little bit later on. Because these scaling campaigns, they'll die out eventually. They won't work well. The interest will die out. So unless you're trying new things out as well, eventually you're just going to get stuck in the mud because you haven't given yourself enough room to work with. Whenever an interest was getting 3 profitable sales, we scaled it by 20% with the existing ad set. We duplicated it in a single CBO. So this is another great way that we scale with, and I mentioned this in my other free course, that works very, very effectively for us. Trying several creatives and ad copies in the background. So you always, again, want to try your ad copies, you want to try your creatives, because although you have really good targeting, like interest targeting and stuff, that might be great, but you always want to try it. So any ad set that does well, let's say the interest is men's fashion, the age is 18 to 30. Yes, that might be great, but unless you're trying it with new creatives, it could die out. So the ad set technically won't die out, the creative will die out, which will then kill the ad set. So you have to be very careful with that, and that's why we're making sure that we're doing this. Whenever a creative was doing great, we were always using it in a new campaign on our best performing interest stacked in a CBO. So we stacked all of this within one CBO, guys. We launched retargeting ads, video viewers, page engages, website visits, etc. at a total budget of $200 to $400 a day. And again, that might sound like a lot of money, but when you're trying to scale during a short period of time, the only thing you can do is scale aggressively. We got some cash flow issues as we were getting a lot of orders in short amount of time. PayPal held our money for 28 days. And again, that might not sound like a lot of time, but during Q4, that's a lot of time. come. So we had to really use credit cards in other cash flow instances. We disconnected from PayPal from the store. Conversion rate dropped by 0.7%. So it got to a point, guys, that we had to cut ties with PayPal because it was just slowing us down. And you've got to make those kind of business decisions very quickly, because if you don't, then it's going to hurt. Although our conversion rate dropped by 0.7, which is a lot, you've got to think if we just used PayPal and we just kept using it, then we would have actually destroyed the store because we couldn't actually manage it with cash flow. So I would rather take that loss than take a full loss, if that makes sense. Now, the main page got banned due to quality score dropped a lot lower. We protected the pixel by sharing it into another business manager. And these, again, are decisions you've just got to make. And these are going to come to you during your Q4 journey. So it's all about protecting your main assets. So for example, here we protected the store as an asset. Here we're protecting the data as an asset. And you've always got to look to protect yourself in this journey. Now, suppliers did screw us up because they didn't ship 50 items, and you're going to get that. It doesn't matter what supplier you work with, what fulfillment you work with, you're going to get issues during Q4 because it's hectic. So you've got to just understand that. We understood that we were in a dangerous situation, so we scale it or die. So we got 4 credit cards with a 5K limit and decided to go all in. So guys, here you go again. When you're talking about stress and you're talking about making decisions and risky decisions, guys, you can see it right here. Look at this risk of a decision. We took out 5 different credit cards and we scaled it. We decided we're going to scale it, not kill it. And you guys can see here, we went all in. And that's the thing, guys. When you get to a certain part of your journey, you just got to say, look, man, am I all in or am I all out? And you've got to make that decision very quickly, and you've got to be 100% in or out, and you can't be 99% because it just doesn't make any sense. And I know it's easy for you guys to watch this and think that we don't have to make any crazy risks, but we still do till today. The more money you make, the more risk you actually get. So do bear that in mind, guys. You can see here we increased the price to $99.99 as the Pixel was seasoned, so that means we could actually charge more and actually get away with it, which is really, really helpful. So let's talk about phase 4. And guys, something that I do want to say is I will be showing you the ads manager in the next few minutes, so you guys can see this in some form of context. Now, also, if you have any questions, make sure you join the Telegram group. It is a free group, so you can ask them. So we ordered it and we branded the product at home and got shooting with some models plus videos. We ordered UGC creatives, which I'll be showing you a little bit later if you don't understand what this means. And this is just a great way to scale. So phase 4 is really just scaling it to the moon, and you want to really brand the product. And we ordered custom content. We got Creation Studio. We created an engaging ad, and I'll be showing you all these ads a little bit later. And you guys want to follow the same structure. And again, this all costs money. This whole part here costs money, but it's an investment in the long term. We ordered an ebook to actually help people to solve their neck pain problems. Hired a copywriter to get 3 blog posts done. So those posts that I showed you when I was showing you the website at the bottom, we actually hired somebody to do those just because it gives people free value, and you can actually do that in email marketing, which I'll be showing you a little bit later. That works really, really effectively. Now, we created a traffic campaign to get people on the store to read those articles to collect email addresses. And again, I'll be showing you this in a minute, but nobody talks to you about this. So we actually spent money to send people to a free article, so we don't make any money. The only thing that we make actual value on is collecting their email addresses, because then we can retarget them at a cheaper cost. Then we create a conversion campaign to get the people that downloaded the ebook to collect their email address to create a welcome series email sequence. And again, showing you this in the next few minutes. We retarget those people and sended several email blasts once per week. We created lookalike audience to test all types of lookalikes, all kind of the range. ABO 1%. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9%, 10% individually, but then we also tried 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and those ones as well. And again, these kind of ABOs that I'm talking about, I've talked about in my other course, so make sure you go and watch that, like I said. And then what we did is, you can see here with 3 to 5, 5 to 7, and 10, scaled it with lookalike audiences at 500 to 700 a day, and that is a lot of money to spend. But during Q4, guys, you've got to do it, man, because if you don't, you're going to sit there in January, February thinking, damn, I just wish I pulled the trigger a little bit more. So just try it out. That's all I'm going to say. So let's talk about phase 5. And like I said before, guys, I will be showing you this with some context when I show you the ads manager. We scaled worldwide with no interest target at 2.5K a day. Jeez, I remember that, man. That was crazy last year. So we basically did no interest targeting. So in the interest box, left it empty. Countries, left it empty, and we just let the pixel fire it at any people anywhere in the world to see if they would buy it. And we were spending 2.5k a day, and it does get expensive. We created a Google Shopping ads campaign. We created YouTube ads with retargeting. So yes, we did a Google Shopping ad campaign, and they worked okay. They didn't work great. Facebook was the main thing. Now, we created YouTube ads retargeting. So we only did retargeting with YouTube ads, and retargeting on YouTube ads can work really, really well depending on the product that you're selling. We ordered some specific creatives for Black Friday. Black Friday worked with the Ecom King strategy, which was the warm-up ecom blast and the email blast and the post-purchase SMS bump. Ordered a special black edition from my supplier, Black Friday limited edition. So we actually took it to another step, and we thought, you know what, we're going to order this product in a black color. So we had it in white, red, and blue, but we decided to get a black version for Black Friday, and it was really cool. And I'm going to be showing you a couple of cool marketing strategies that we use for specific times of the year, like New Year, that just worked really, really effective for us. Now, phase 6, lots of people were copying our store, literally stealing our content. We bought in bulk and lowered the price in a way to make it almost impossible for them to enter the market. So again, you're going to get to the stage if you do well. People copying you, people trying to steal your crops. And the best way of doing it is by just leveling up and saying, look, the barrier of entry has gone from here to here now. So if you want to join me on this journey, you either have to step up or just step down. So that's something that we like to do, man. And this is something that not a lot of people will tell you about. You've either got to try and get your competition to step up, or they're going to have to step down. So there was another competitor called NeckHype to compete with our store and discourage people from entering the market. So what we did is we took their store down with a DMCA form. So this is something that not a lot of people talk to you about. You can actually take people's stores down if they're copying your content, literally copying your whole website, your creatives. You can use this to take websites down, and it's very powerful. And this is why I preach always have unique stuff, because if you don't, you could get DMCA forms and your whole website could get taken down. So as you guys can see, I'm in the ads manager, and I want to try and give you guys some context on those Google slides that I was talking about so you guys can really understand it. Now, the main part of showing you guys the ads manager is to actually show you the content that we were using to run, because in terms of like the campaigns that we run, like the ad sets, that part isn't actually the most important part, because I actually give you a full breakdown like I just showed you on how to create the ad sets, and I've also shown you how to do that in other videos. The main part of this is the actual creative side, because that's the hardest part, because during Q4 you've got loads of events and you need to make sure that you're prepared for your ads in terms of the visuals, because if that's the most important part that's actually going to sell. The actual target itself during Q4 can be off and you can still get sales as long as the ads are good. So as you guys can see, we had 4 different ad accounts. This is one of them, and it spent a modest 36,000 euros, which is about $40,000. And I want to show you a couple of the ads on here, because it's very important for you guys to see this. So I want to show you first the testing creative. So this is where we tested loads of different creatives, and I think it's important for you guys to see these creatives because there's so many in there that were just tested, you know, and you've got to see them. So I'm going to edit this so I can show you all the ads. So as you guys can see, this is one of the ads, and this was something that we did which was really cool. Let me change this to desktop to make it slightly bigger. You can see that we did something really funny, because for New Year, and as I was mentioning to you guys before, we did really well during January as well, and that was because we planned for it. And you can see here we did Happy Neck Year. So Happy Neck Year, but it's New Year. I don't know if you guys get that. It's kind of cringy, but it works. So it's the New Year, but it's Happy Neck Year. The tie-in, pretty cool. And we were doing 50% off, and you guys can see the creative here. It wasn't a video, it was an image. And you guys can see we had a little twerky thing to it. We added the color psychology, and we added a 3D rendering of the product, which looks really, really nice as well. And you can get these done on Fiverr, and I'll link those in the description so you can get those done. And you can see nothing crazy, a nice little bit of branding, and it worked really, really nicely. And you can see the ad copy right here as well, which is really, really cool. So here's another ad for you guys. You can see here, Happy 2021 sale until 50% off and exclusive deals. And this time it shows, again, it's the same color scheme and style, but this time it shows a man with it on the back of their neck, and it actually has our branding on the actual device here, which is really, really cool. And it shows the difference that it does for people as well. So that's another ad we had. Like I said, I'm just gonna be showing you all these different ads that we were testing, because it's important for you guys to see them all, because this makes or breaks your Facebook ads during Q4. So here you can see we had the Happy 2021 sale again until 50% off, and you can see it's again the same color scheme again, but you can see here you've got this woman wearing it, and you can create these on Canva. We actually made these on Canva, I believe, and there'll be a link in the description to Canva 14-day free trial, and you guys can see it looks really nice and professional. Now if I show you another ad, and this is probably gonna be the last one that I show you within this campaign, I believe this might be a Black Friday one. No, it's not. Happy New Neck Year So you can see here we actually crossed the new out and we did happy neck, and this was 3D. And you can see we actually changed the color this time, and you can see that one right there. Now I'm going to show you a different campaign which is very important, which is the testimonial campaign, because this is what really worked well for us. So let me show you this quickly so you guys can see. If I scroll down, you can see here it says testimonial old pixel. So if I actually select this and go into the ads, you'll see we had about one video we used mainly, which was this one right here, but we had a few different ones. It was basically a video that was a testimonial. So let me just edit this and show you. So if I go to expand, you're going to see, if I change it to desktop, I'll play the video here, and it's basically of this woman talking about how the product works now. I'll leave a link to this in the description so you can actually watch it with the volume, but it was basically a retargeting ad where this woman's talking about how she's getting results, and she's talking about how she works from home and she gets sore neck, and we show it of her reviewing the product. And you can send these products out to people on Fiverr, or you can use a company called Bilo, which does these really well, and I'll leave that in the description as well. And you guys can see we had a testimonial video there, and we also had another one as well, which is the second one, which is here, and this is of a different person. And I'm going to expand this again and show you the desktop version, and you guys can see right here it shows another woman in a different angle with a different scenario of her testimonial of the product. And testimonials work really, really well to build up trust, and this is what we were sending out to people that subscribe to the email list, and I'll be going over that a little bit later. But let me show you some more campaigns and some more ads, and just to show you exactly how it all works. So let's do some more creative testing. So let's do creative 2 testing to show you those as well, because those were really, really, really cool. So let me show you guys some more creatives that we ran on more of a generic point of view. I think it's important for you guys to see a generic ad, because those are the ones that you might run the most of. So I'm just going to expand this right here. You guys can see here, this is the generic one we ran, and it actually worked really, really well. There's nothing to do with Black Friday on there or anything like that. You can see it was just a video showing the product in action, and this has got nothing to do with Black Friday. It's just a generic ad, and you guys can see here it looks really, really good. It does the job. It goes over everything it needs to, and you can see the thumbnail there. So guys, I don't want to bore you on any more Facebook ads. I think I've gone through way too many, but you get the point. And I have actually left loads of useful links here to other Facebook ads that you can watch from Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so you can get a grasp on all the different ones that we ran. And they are in the free Google Docs slide, so make sure you smash the like button so you can access it. Now, something that I do want to show you quickly though is the YouTube commercial that was made. So this one was specially designed for YouTube, and here is Verdank himself. So this gentleman right here is Verdank, and this is his friend, and they actually recorded this themselves to save on money and also to get a little bit personal with it. So I'm going to play this, and as you guys can see, it shows these 2 gentlemen sitting on the stair, and it shows 2 women walking by, and it shows that they think they're very attractive. And then as you guys can see, it's a bit of a funny commercial, and it shows them saying that they've hurt their neck because they've strained too much. And then guess what happens? But then suddenly they throw this to them, which is the brand. You can see it right there on the bag, and they pull these out, and these are the neck massages, and they put them back on, and it fixes their neck. So with YouTube commercials, you want to be a little bit more on the humor side, because that's what works the best. And as you guys can see there, done very, very well, and that's what was ran on YouTube. And we did a testimonial video, and that worked really, really well. And again, if you want to learn YouTube ads, I have actually made a video on it, so I will leave that in the description as well, so you can check that. So let's move on to the SMS bump tutorial that we did. Now you guys can see in the automations, we had an abandoned cart 30 minutes and an abandoned cart 1 day. And if I edit this, you can see exactly what was in this SMS bump flow, and this is actually the same one that I talked to you guys about in the free course. So you guys can see 30-minute delay. As you guys can see here, it says here the brand name. We noticed that was something in the shopping list. Here's a coupon code, then to go and buy it. So you guys can see that right there. And again, it's the exact same ones I talk about in the free course, guys. There's literally nothing different. And I think it's important for you guys to see this, because it shows you guys that everything that I teach you is the same. And you guys can see here, we actually have uploaded an image with the shopping bags of the product on it. And as you guys can scroll down, you can see here again, very short and sweet. And that worked really, really effectively. As you guys can see, I'm on the SMS bump analytics page, and you can see the total revenue was $5,000, and you can see that we spent $323, and the ROI is that. And this is why you don't want to sleep on SMS bump, guys. It's unreal in terms of the ROI you can get. And now let's move on to Klaviyo. So these are all the different campaigns that we had out. We had the email campaign, the last reminder, abandoned cart, Halloween sale, Halloween sale reminder, manual abandoned checkout, manual abandoned checkout again, Black Friday. Then we had some more Black Friday, and you can see them all here. And you can also see on the right hand side how much actually accumulated in sales with it. And you guys can see the Cyber Monday, the Xmas sale, and then the New Year. And you can see all of those right there. And if we go to the actual flows, you'll see the flows that we actually have currently set up within Klaviyo, which is this, again, the exact same ones I talked about in the course that I made last year. So as you guys will see in the next few moments, it is literally the same. It's the abandoned cart ones, and they worked really, really well. And you can see here, abandoned cart, cross sale, customer thank you, ebooks, ebook clone, and then the welcome series. And these were all the ones that I spoke about in my video last year that I made. So I'm not going to go over them too much. I will edit the flow just so you can see them. But they're pretty much the exact same in terms of what I actually talked about last year. So you can see here the brand name, the brand stuff here, and then you can see the image. You may receive this email soon, and you guys can see here, it looks really, really nice. And it carries on. We added a customer review, we added some trust logos, and then we added complete your order here. And that was what the abandoned cart email sequence looked like, and it was very, very powerful. And again, guys, I know I keep preaching, and then again, I'm going to show you this one again. They're literally the same as what I teach. This one's slightly different. It talks about the next coupon. So basically, the bottom's the same, apart from the review, but it's just this part here that's different. And you guys can see we go from just the get yours now to 60% off to your special discount that will eventually expire. And you guys can see here, again, very much similar again, just this bit here is different. And again, preaching, keep preaching. This was all covered in the free course. Now I am going to show you the other email template that we did, which was the cross-sell one. I think this is important for you guys to see. You can see here the don't keep it to yourself, which is basically buy another one. And you guys can see here we have a nice little image there. You can get these stock photos off Pixels, and you guys can see we're talking about the posture corrector. So we are upselling people on the posture corrector, and they can buy it with their partner. And that was a great cross-sell that generated some revenue, nothing crazy, but it was a decent amount. And again, you always want to be doing cross sales because they just work really, really well. And then you guys can see here the ebook series, and I will show you the ebook series so you can get an idea of that work. So you can see here your free ebook, how to get rid of neck pain. We can preview that, and it's just basically telling people they can download it, and they can also buy their neck pain reliever as well. So guys, as you guys can see here, we've got Vedank on the call, who's going to share some tips on his journey from 0 to over 200K during Q4 last year. So Vedank, the first question that I've got for you is, how did you know that product was going to do well when you started testing it? Because it was a very saturated product at the time.
So basically we knew it was going to do well because we tried a bunch of creative and the CTR was quite good. So we knew that, people were having some kind of interest into it. And at this time I was coached by Tyrell. So he was my mentor, and he just told us that, yeah, maybe we need to lower the price to get some sales. And yeah, we did. So we started getting like 5 to 8 sales per day on a consistent basis, and we knew that it was a potential winner. Yeah.
When it came to Q4, what was your biggest struggle with Q4? For as you was a beginner, what was the hardest part during Q4?
The CPM, the advertising cost, especially during Black Friday and Christmas, it was crazy because it was almost impossible to be profitable. So this was definitely my main struggle. But as we had some good strategies, we were still profitable, especially by working on smaller audiences. So it was not an issue anymore.
So what were those few strategies that you were doing during Black Friday to make yourself still profitable with the CPM?
We actually choose manual placement when it comes to advertising in Facebook ads, also worked a lot in remarketing. So as we had a lot of, audiences that we were able to use when it comes to remarketing, website visitors, video viewers, Facebook page engagers, all those, we were bidding on smaller audiences. So the CPM dropped a bit. And also we had a very, very good strategy with email marketing and SMS marketing. So at the end of the day, it was okay. And actually it was a very, very big day. We did like almost like a 7K plus on Black Friday only with those strategies. So I was quite happy.
Now, the next question I've got for you is, you had a big issue with PayPal where they held a lot of money. Now, what was the alternative payment gateway that you decided to start using?
So we removed PayPal from the store and we just went with Shopify payment. So that was the only option available on the store. And yeah, the conversion rate dropped a bit, but it was okay. I mean, this didn't affect that much. So we just unplugged PayPal and yeah, continue our scaling.
In the case study, you decided to go, you had two options. You could have either killed the store or you could have gone all in, and you decided to go all in and get 5 credit cards. And for a lot of people, that would have been very scary. So why did you go all in and not think about the risk?
I was thinking of the situation. I invested into the mentorship program. I knew that the product has a good potential, and me teaming up with Tyrell was a total no-brainer. So I had to do this thing, and I wanted to push it without having any regrets. So actually, we did. I just thought about what would a big brand do in this kind of situation, right? What would be the options that that a brand will take to actually leverage this product? And it was only a cash flow issue, not a market size issue, because market was there. We're being profitable with some sales. And yeah, so we decided to give it a go. And actually, it was our best decision, because that's where we really started to scale, without any cash flow issues, without any limit on our cards. We were able to scale at 3K plus per day and really take the most out of it. That's where we got, the most of our revenue. When we started scaling with this method.
Now, what do you think separated you from the rest in terms of majority of people would have failed, but you succeeded? And what do you think was the main reason for that?
I think it was, actually every issue we had, we went through, with a very, very powerful mindset, because actually at the end of the day, we learned a lot, and we now know that, e-commerce, as in every business, you will have to manage a lot of issues. So if you can deal with all the issues, you will be fine. So all the issues we went through, we actually take the issues one by one and actually solve them all. And that's the mindset you want to go with. You want to stick with this, and you can make, everything work. If you can solve the issues, there is nobody can stop you. So yeah, I will say killer mindset, and just, issues are part of the game. So you need to embrace them.
Black Friday is coming up very soon, and Q4 is coming up very soon. Will you be using the same strategy? And if you are, and you're making a few slight tweaks, what will those tweaks be?
So I'll be using the same strategy, but I will just make some changes. So I know that user-generated content is a big game changer. So my trick will be to leverage UGC as soon as possible, and actually do some cross-platform advertising, because at this time I was stuck mainly with Facebook ads. Now, if I have to do the same thing, especially when it comes to retargeting, I'll open the doors to all kind of platforms. And also, I think that now, when it comes to having a good upsells, because, during Black Friday, you can easily increase the average order value. When it comes to choosing an upsell, actually, I will test before coming with an upsell during the Black Friday, because I didn't have enough time to test my upsells. So I think that I can improve this. So yeah, this would be my main optimization.
Before I let you go, what are the biggest tips that you've got for beginners this Black Friday coming up?
So my first tip will be you just have to get your killer mindset, because the product is not the issue. When it's not working, most of the time people just say it doesn't work, okay, they throw it away. The issue is, you just need to identify what you can solve, and you need to solve those issues. My second tip will be, don't stick to one platform, one and only platform. Nowadays, we talk a lot about TikTok ads, we talk about Google ads, YouTube ads. So you have to diversify your platform. And my third tip will be, actually get someone to help you, someone that can teach you, that can actually, go through this journey with you. Actually help you during this process, because it helped me a lot. I was a media buyer. I'm still a media buyer. So I knew a lot about Facebook ads, Google ads, but still, when it comes to e-commerce and dropshipping, it's totally different business, and there is so many things you need to consider, if you want to just take the most of your time, you need to get someone to help you out with this.
For those that are watching this, Vedang already had a little bit of experience with Facebook ads before, but he still decided to invest in himself and learn the skills that are involved with the dropshipping business model, because there's still skills that were needed to be learned. So even somebody as qualified as him in terms of the ad spectrum still needed that additional help. So don't ever be shy to get extra help, and don't ever feel like it's not a necessary need. And you should only really be getting personal help if you're very serious about it, because you don't want to commit to this and not be 100%, because it'll be the worst decision that you ever made. So Vedank, thank you so much for your time today and sharing your knowledge and wisdom and your case study with the subscribers today. We really do appreciate it. So guys, that was the free Shopify dropshipping Q4 course for 2021. Now, if you want to see part 2, where I actually get a little bit more nitty and grittier about the website, setting things up a little bit more manually, then let me know and I can make it just in time for you. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will join the free Telegram chat as well, and I'll be catching you guys on the next video.